Imagine a ticking time bomb, silently counting down, hidden within your body. This isn't a work of fiction, but a reality for many, where the villain is a stroke, a sudden interruption of blood supply to the brain. It's a serious, often life-altering event. Early detection, however, can make a monumental difference. In this discussion, we'll unveil 10 alarming symptoms of a potential stroke that you shouldn't ignore. The first step to defusing this bomb? Knowing the signs. Before we dive into our list of alarming stroke symptoms, we'd like to remind you to hit that subscribe button. Stay informed and updated with our health guides. Now let's begin. At number 10, we have sudden confusion or trouble understanding. This is a classic symptom that precedes a stroke, and it's something that you do well not to overlook. You might yourself struggling to understand simple sentences, or perhaps you'll notice a family member having difficulty following a casual conversation. This could be a sign of a stroke looming on the horizon. It's not a symptom to be brushed aside lightly, because it indicates that something's amiss in the brain. It's a signal that the brain isn't receiving the blood flow it needs to function properly. Moving on to number 9, we find ourselves face to face with trouble seeing in one or both eyes. Problems can be a terrifying experience, and often a clear sign of a stroke in the making. If you suddenly find that your vision is blurred, blackened, or doubled, it's time to take heed. You might also experience a sudden loss of vision in one eye. This is your body's way of sounding an alarm bell. Your vision is precious, and these symptoms could be an indication that your brain is struggling to communicate with your... And finally, number 8, we have sudden trouble walking or loss of balance. This is another symptom that you shouldn't ignore. If you find yourself stumbling or have an unexplained loss of balance, it could be a sign that a stroke is imminent. The reason behind this is that a stroke can affect the part of your brain that coordinates your movements. So if you're suddenly feeling unsteady or having difficulty walking, it's a clear indication that something's not right. These symptoms, while alarming, are your body's way of telling you that something's not quite right. They're warning signs, red flags if you will, that your brain might endanger. It's crucial to pay attention to these signs and seek medical help immediately if they present. Already alarmed? We're just getting started. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned with us for more health guides. Your health is our priority. Moving on, at number 7, we have trouble with vision in one or both eyes. This is not your typical, I've been staring at the computer screen for too long kind of vision trouble. We're talking about a sudden and unexpected blur or loss of vision. It could affect one eye or both and might be intermittent. This happens because a stroke can disrupt the flow of blood to the parts of the brain that manage our visual processing. If you or someone around you experiences sudden vision problems, it's a red flag that shouldn't be ignored. Coming in at number 6, we have an often overlooked symptom: severe headaches. Now, we all suffer from headaches from time to time, but the ones we're talking about here are different. They are sudden, severe, and unlike ones you've experienced before. They might be accompanied by dizziness, vertigo, or altered consciousness. The reason behind this is that a stroke can cause a sharp drop in blood flow to your brain, leading to a sudden and intense headache. Finally, at number 5, we have unexplained bouts of dizziness or loss of balance. This isn't about feeling a bit wobbly after a merry-go-round ride. This kind of dizziness or loss of balance is sudden, persistent, and often comes without any apparent cause. It might make you feel as if the room is spinning or you can't get your bearings. This happens because a stroke can affect the part of our brain that helps us stay balanced and coordinated. These symptoms, trouble with vision, severe headaches, and unexplained dizziness, are all serious signs that something could be amiss. They're not just common ailments that we can chalk up to a bad day or aging. They are significant because they could be early warning signs of a stroke, a medical emergency that requires immediate attention. These are not symptoms you can simply brush off. At number 4, we have sudden dizziness or loss of balance. Imagine standing up and feeling as if the world is spinning around you. You might find yourself stumbling, unable to walk in a straight line, or even falling over with no apparent reason. This isn't a symptom to brush off as mere clumsiness. It's a signal that your brain might not be receiving the blood supply it needs to keep you steady on your feet. Moving on to number 3, severe headache. We've all experienced headaches, but the kind we're referring to here is no ordinary headache. It's a sudden and severe pain, often described as the worst headache of one's life. It can feel like a thunderclap inside your head, a sharp, intense pain that strikes without warning. It's not a symptom to be ignored or to be simply soothed away with over-the-counter painkillers. It's a red flag that something serious may be occurring inside your brain. At number 2, we have confusion or difficulty understanding speech. You might find yourself suddenly struggling to comprehend what's being said to you. Words may sound garbled or nonsensical. You might also have trouble expressing yourself, feeling as though you've lost the words you're searching for. This could be a sign that a specific part of your brain, the area responsible for language comprehension and expression, is not receiving the blood it needs to function properly. As we delve into these symptoms, it's important to remember that they are often sudden and unexpected. They might appear individually or in combination, and they may come and go. But regardless of their pattern, they all share a common message. They are your body's way of sounding the alarm that a stroke might be imminent. These symptoms should never be ignored. Early detection and immediate medical attention can significantly increase the chances of a full recovery and decrease the risk of permanent damage. And now, the most alarming of all. At number 1, the most alarming symptom, sudden severe headache with no known cause. Yes, you heard it right. The most glaring warning sign of an impending stroke is a headache that comes out of the blue and hits you with an intensity you've never experienced before. Unlike the typical tension headaches or migraines, this type of headache is abrupt, severe, and it doesn't have an apparent reason. You might be having a normal day, and then, wham, it strikes you out of nowhere. The pain is often described as being hit with a hammer or like a bolt of lightning in your head. Why is it the most alarming? Because it indicates a possible rupture of a blood vessel in your brain, which can lead to a hemorrhagic stroke. This is a critical situation that demands immediate medical attention. Remember, a sudden, severe headache with no known cause isn't to be taken lightly. This is the final warning. The bomb is about to explode. So there you have it. The 10 alarming signs that a stroke may be just around the corner. We've journeyed together through the calm before the storm, unraveling the subtle yet significant signs that your body might give you before a stroke. It's been quite an enlightening journey, hasn't it? Let's take a moment to revisit these 10 symptoms we've discussed. Firstly, we spoke about unexpected bouts of extreme fatigue and sleep disorders. Then we moved on to the sudden onset of confusion and trouble with understanding speech or difficulty speaking. Quite a frightening thought. Following that, we delved into the symptom of severe headaches with no known cause, a sign that should never be ignored. Next, we tackled the disturbing reality of sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes. This was followed by the 5th symptom, trouble walking or dizziness, loss of balance or lack of coordination. Halfway through, and we were already dealing with signs that could drastically change anyone's life. As we moved further into our list, we discussed the sudden onset of numbness, particularly on one side of the body. This was closely followed by the 7th and 8th signs, sudden trouble with seeing in one or both eyes and sudden severe headache with no known cause. Lastly, we touched on perhaps the most alarming symptom, the sudden inability to move the arms, legs, or one side of the face. This sign alone should prompt immediate medical attention. These 10 symptoms are not just random health issues. They are warnings, silent alarms that your body may be on the verge of a stroke. Each one is a call to action, a plea for you to seek immediate medical attention. Now it's your turn to take action. If you or anyone you know experiences any of these symptoms, don't hesitate. Seek medical help immediately. It's not a matter of overreacting, it's a matter of life and death. But your role doesn't end there. Share this information with your loved ones, your friends, your colleagues. The more people who are aware of these signs, the more lives that can potentially be saved. Remember, knowledge is power. The more know, the better you can protect yourself and your loved ones from the silent threat of a stroke. As we wrap up this video, we encourage you to take one more crucial action. Subscribe to our channel for more health-related content to keep yourself informed and aware. Your well-being is our mission, so hit that subscribe button and join us on this journey towards a healthier life.